Hey there, Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan. We're looking now at a 1999 Suzuki Jimny Wide. The Jimny Wide being the obviously wider version of it with these nice fender flares, and then comes with the 1.3 liter 4-cylinder instead of the 660cc turbo of the regular narrow body version of it. This one here, not technically a K vehicle because the engine is too big, but it gives you a lot of the same vehicle as the K version, just a little bit more power, a little bit more pulling ability and off-road. Now the Jimny, if you didn't know, is basically what happened to the Suzuki Samurai. And yes, they continued making them. They still make them to this day, and they are all awesome. In Japan, they are the go-to off-roader because of short wheelbase and gearing for 4-wheel drive high and 4-wheel drive low. Okay, quick little rev for you here. And Suzuki has been refining this 1.3 liter engine, and it is quite a nice little engine. Suzuki, motorcycle company, knows how to make a small engine. Okay, so nothing really to say about the engine. It's coolant, the oil, everything in here looks to be nice and tidy. The vehicle as a whole looks to be in good condition. Now this one bought from auction for export over to the USA. You pick the car that you want to bid on, and you can bet that if the car is not nice, I'm going to be telling you about it. But this one is really nice looking. Let's go ahead and close the hood. Now the auction inspection sheet on this one said that there's some corrosion on the underside, and I will be showing you that. It's honestly not too bad. I personally wouldn't be worried about it, but it is something you want to have a quick little look at and get rid of the rust before it becomes a problem. Suzuki Jimny, iconic looks, teeny tiny little vehicle. I remember back in the past, people would call the original Samurai the Barbie Jeep. Well, guess what? This one, unlike a Jeep, is not going to break down all of the time and is just as, if not more, capable because of the smaller dimensions. Hoping not to create a flame war here, but the Jimnys are fantastic off-road.
Want to see us having fun in Japan? Go check out our new channel. Link in the description.
Manners on road, not the best, but honestly not too bad when they changed over the coil springs like this one has from the leaf springs of the older ones. And yes, by the way, it is a solid front axle, solid rear axle. Let me check that. I feel like at some point that might have changed. Let me just double check that. So yes, solid axles front and rear, going to be robust. I don't even think the Wrangler does that anymore, do they? I think you might have to like special convert it if you actually wanted those. Okay, so 1999 Jimny Wide JZ 1.3 liter engine, auction rate 4 interior B with power steering and power windows. Of course, it has AC as well. 84,631 kilometers. And no sales points or no notes from the seller. So a little bit odd there, but it happens. You know, it is an older vehicle, and they're not going to be hyped too much to sell something like this, because a lot of these dealers in Japan don't realize that there's an audience for these 25-year-old vehicles for export over to the USA. So report here says interior dirty and scratched, seat saggy, underside light surface rust and corrosion, small scratches, and some fade and small dents. The body here, our notes say AU1, U1, A1. Level 1 is so small, it's barely worth mentioning. There is a U2 dent, it says on the back fender here, which I'll show you. It doesn't seem like it's too big. I would consider this barely a U2, and so that's a nice little win. So yeah, if you were the buyer of this car, I think you can feel pretty happy about it. It is quite a nice looking Jimny in a world with a lot of bad Jimnys. And the only reason I say that is because, like I mentioned, these are very common as off-road vehicles here in Japan, including the people who think it's okay to drive through small trees and whatnot. What I mean is when you take these off-road, they get dinged up. It's just how it is. And so because so many of them are used for that, you'll find a ton of them in that sort of condition or semi-modified. This one here, very close to being original stock. And boy, oh boy, I'm just noticing now, I quite like these side decals on it. Very 90s, isn't it? And the spoiler on the back. Loving it. Now the wide version, there aren't as many of the wide versions with the bigger engines, because here in Japan, if you have an engine below a certain size, like the 660cc size, your registration for the car, the costs of it go way down. And so most people, because there's only an extra 15 or so horsepower on this version compared to the turbo 660 version, most people were getting the K-class version of it, which we have actually 2 other of them in our lot down there at the moment. And so, yeah, as I was saying, these wide ones, a little bit rarer, but you probably don't pay a lot more for them because the market in Japan, they want the K-Class ones, especially the off-roaders, because you don't want to have to pay a ton for registration on what's otherwise just a fun vehicle. Okay, so fender mirror here, I'm just going to show you some of the details. This gives you a good sight line here of where your clearance is. If you are off-roading and you need to pass a rock or a tree on the side of the vehicle, but it is in front of this mirror, that makes it easier to do. Paint on it, looking pretty good. Teeny bit of fade in the headlights, and then we got a minor scratch here and here on the front bumper. Got fog lights integrated into the front bumper as well, so that's a nice little bonus. Fog lights are fun. You turn them on and you think you look cooler. At least that's how I am. Coming down this side, we're seeing that's okay, no troubles there. Not really seeing any scratches or dents. Now, luckily they have this plastic cladding on the bottom. Prevents a large surface area of the door from getting door dings. A couple little scratches in it. This would be an A1. Decals, as nice as they are, don't last 25 years. They are just stickers after all. And then your U2, I believe this is the U2 here. So not a big dent. I can't see anything else that I would think is a U2. It's looking pretty clean. Okay, having a look at that spoiler. Of course, you want that downforce when you're off-roading, which is a little bit of a joke, but at the same time, I think it looks cool. Okay, hard spare tire cover. Again, 1990s whoosh designs on it. And looking good, looking good. I'm looking for some sort of troubles with it. There aren't too many. You think you can accumulate a lot of troubles in just 1 or 2 years, let alone 25. So this one, of course, has a few little things, but all in all, very happy with the condition. Oh, and here, actually, I didn't notice this earlier, but it's got a pretty big scratch here. It has been touched up with touch-up paint. It doesn't stand out a lot, but it is there. Let's go now to the interior. And it's a 4-seater. All these K vehicles are regulated to only 2 or 4 seats. Tiny vehicle. Actually, it's the exact same vehicle when it's a K vehicle. The wide one has just the extra fenders. So interior is the same. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm being a little bit confusing. And yeah, you don't get a ton of space in the back, but you can fold these seats flat. They'll fold completely forward. And then you get these 2 little stands, and they allow you to prop things up on top of the folded down seats so that it's not leaving any holes or anything. Okay, 1990s gave you the seat patterns, which is nice. It is now retro. It's not outdated. It has gotten past that. It is now retro. And that makes it cool. Now to the interior here. Nice big doors make it easy to get in and out of the car. And in and out of the back seat is actually not that hard on these. Okay. Looks like the seats are good. The auction sheet, if you recall, said that the seat is saggy. And here you'll see that. Right here. The fabric is a little bit loose. Underneath, the foam has deteriorated a little bit. It doesn't feel bad while sitting in it, though. Okay, steering wheel looks like it's basically untouched. Floor carpet, generally pretty clean. Oh, it's looking good. And then automatic transmission in this. Yes, you can get them with manuals if you want. Automatic certainly has a big group of people that want to buy them. Something like this could be a beach car, could be a quick little runabout, good on gas, and reliable. These things known to not really have problems. Headliner's nice and clean, no bad smell inside. And I want to show you the going in and out of the vehicle to show you how easy it is. I still have to get to the corrosion, so hopefully I don't forget that. Sometimes I ADHD and forget what I'm talking about. Okay, so that seat goes forward that far. Getting in and out, I'm medium limber, and that's easy for me. Seat in the full back position, leaving you a little bit cramped, to be honest. Put the seat forward just a little bit, and you're good. That said, you get plenty of room in the front if those seats are in the full back, and I would say that 6'2" probably is where anything over that is where this vehicle starts to get a little bit more cramped. I have a friend who is 6'8", I believe, or 6'9". Now he swears that he can drive these Jimnys without too much trouble. I don't believe him, but if he can do it and he says that, it might work for you too if you're nearly 7 feet tall like he is. Okay, so I think we're at the end of the video here. Suzuki Jimny, one of the best vehicles out of Japan that the rest of the world, well, my area of the world, Canada, never got. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. It's always nice when it's a car that I love so much, which makes this job very enjoyable for me. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this. My name is Derek Weldon from Pacific Coast Auto. If you're interested in importing a vehicle, check out the description in the video. There's a link to our website there. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.